Hi, everybody. This is Don. Um, we are getting there in advanced social psychology. So, one of the things I wanted to do is to spend a little bit of time going over the social justice mission, one of those remaining big assignments that we have in social psychology, so you can earn lots of points and show off what you've learned in this class. So, I'm going to share my screen to show you the assignment details, give you some tips that I think will help you do really well, and we'll move on. So, this is what we got going on over here. So over here, you can see that your social justice mission report is going to be due as an upload to Canvas by midnight on Monday of May 4th. So as you should know at this point, this is when all of our assignments have been due since the revision of this course is you have all day Monday, but then at the end of the day, Monday, 11:59 p.m., that thing is going to be due as an upload to Canvas. That's May 4th. It's a couple weeks from now, so you've got some time to work on this. To make sure we know what social justice is, we provided a definition for you, and I'll go over this definition now. Social justice is advocating for the fair and just relation between the individual and society, and is typically membered in terms of distributions of wealth, opportunities, social privileges, social mobility, and power and social roles and norms. So what this basically is talking about is everyone getting what they're entitled to in a society if it's equal. So everybody's getting equal responsibilities, equal opportunities for wealth, equal opportunities to move up on that social status hierarchy, and having equal power and social roles and norms. And when I talk about power, you've heard me talk about power. There are three kinds of power. There's social, there's economic, and there's political power. If we have social justice, it means that groups are having equal or at least proportionate representation across those realms of power. If they're not, we have social injustice. So to meet the requirements for this assignment, your project should identify a group that is disadvantaged in at least one of these areas and describe what you did to either reduce that disparity or raise awareness regarding the issue. So what we want you to do is to identify a group that is experiencing some social injustice and do something about it. However, the action you take should be the action actually wanted and needed by the disadvantaged group. You should not take this action assumptively. So what this means is if you're helping a group that is not your own, you're going to have to find out what does that group want to resolve the social injustice that they're currently experiencing. You don't get just to decide. That's a privileged situation. You don't get to just decide. You have to find out what it is they want and then proceed to do what that group wants. And if you wonder if your mission adequately addresses social justice, ask us. Please ask us. I have Zoom office hours, I have email, all those kind of things. If you have questions, I want to answer your questions so that you can do really, really well on this assignment. So your objective here is to accomplish the social justice mission on campus. Now, when I say on campus, I'm talking about our entire world here. It doesn't have to be just the physical campus, but basically in your social world. Now, it used to be campus when we were able to do this on campus, but now that we're in social distancing and we're quarantined and all those kind of things, your campus is your world. So don't feel like you have to go to campus to do this. In fact, I imagine that many of you are going to do this in the online campus. You're going to find ways to do this maybe over social media, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, and find ways to do this. I want you to identify a tangible social justice mission to pursue. I want you to create and execute a procedure that includes a timeline of action and a plan for evaluation. And I want you to be creative and ambitious to make a meaningful change. The purpose of this class is to provide awareness and information about things that affect us all. And what I would like to see you do is to demonstrate your learning by fixing our world, or at least coming up with a plan and trying to fix our world. As you saw from our previous mission, you have the opportunity to submit your social justice mission in one of two ways. You can do a video presentation. Here we're going to give you 3 to 7 minutes. And your video will be anything that gives us a clear and compelling visual description and understanding of your mission, including but not limited to recording a PowerPoint presentation, showing your plan in action somehow, the voiceover or cutting to your explanation. And you can submit this directly to Canvas, maybe as an MP4 file or something like that. Or you may submit the link to a video file to YouTube and then upload a link for us to that. And please contact us prior to that day so we can answer questions if you're having a hard time doing that. If you're writing a paper, I'm a big fan of the one single space page, and you've seen that before, and you'll see it, hear it again. Times New Roman 12-point font, no longer than one page. Appendices don't count. So if you have, measures that you are using or additional information you need us to have that does not fit within the parameters of the report, you can include that in an appendix. A picture, a screenshot of an online interaction, something like that would be a wonderful thing to include in appendix. And this really brings your report to life. So we're really excited to see you present your work in this way. Now, the social justice mission is going to earn up to 75 points for you. This is 7.5% of the course grade. The mission statement that you have is going to be 10 points. Justification is 10 points. Your application of the platinum rule is 15 points. As you remember, and as we'll talk about below, the platinum rule is not treating others the way you want to be treated, but treating others the way they want to be treated. We're going to be employing the platinum rule in this mission. The procedure that you used for your social justice mission, your evaluation, and the quality. So I'll go through each of these in a little bit. So first of all, the mission statement, one sentence summary. I think this can be done directly and succinctly and compellingly. So one sentence summary statement of what you tried to achieve. And basically I'm asking is, how did you intend to promote social justice and for whom? The second part here is the justification. Describe how your chosen mission fits into the parameters of social justice. And here I want you to describe the bias and injustice that existed and how your mission challenged and tried to correct that bias or injustice. Third, the platinum rule, right? Treat others the way that they want to be treated. Describe how you identified the help wanted or needed by the disadvantaged group. You should relate this to the platinum rule, and in essence, how did you learn what action to take based on the experience of the disadvantaged group, and how does this relate to the platinum rule? You might have to go find this. You may have to go ask people. You may have to go to forums. You may have to do some reading. But I want you to not just do what you think should happen. I want you to find out what that group would want you to do to help resolve the injustice. The procedure, you're going to tell us what you did and how it was intended to make progress toward the completion of your social justice mission. And I want you to include a timeline, how you acquired the resources. So what the orders were, what you did first, what you did second, how long things took, and describe the actions you took to complete this mission. And here I do want you to have a completed mission. I want you to do something, and like I said, many of you are going to probably do Facebook campaigns or Twitter campaigns or something like that, where you're going to be reaching out to the virtual world to potentially raise awareness or correct an injustice. Your evaluation here, I want to know if it worked. I want to know, did what you do anything in correcting this resolution? In correcting this problem or injustice, right? Because I want you to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. So I want you here to describe how you measured and evaluated your progress on your mission. This should be concrete or measurable. Maybe it's online behaviors. Did people like or retweet what you put up? Did people go to the website you instructed? Did people make a donation to the organization that you targeted or something like that? There's lots of ways you can do this. You could also do a survey. You could do a survey of people's awareness of the issue after you brought attention to them, to the information about it, to the issue that existed, or those kinds of things. But feel free to be creative. So the evaluation that you do here has to provide evidence that your mission didn't work, but I want it to be plausible that it could have worked even if it didn't. I don't want you fudging your data here. I want you telling me realistically, did it work or not? But I want the evaluation plan to provide evidence that would suggest it worked or didn't. And as always, ask us if you have questions. I want you to describe what worked well, what you'd improve if you were to repeat this activity. I never do the thing right the first time. I always revise it the second time that I do it. So allow yourself to kind of have this metacognitive moment where you go back and say, you know what, if I were doing this again, I would have phrased this differently. I would have targeted this differently. I think that metacognition shows critical thought, and that's a good thing. Please conclude your report with a final sentence with your closing thoughts on the mission. I want you to drop the mic, right? I want you to end this with a bam. I want you to tell me what you did. I want you to stick that landing. I want you to nail it. Tell me what you did. Tell me if it worked. Tell me if it was important. One single statement. Think about if you were given a radio or TV interview, what's the last thing you would say that you want your audience to remember? And that's my dog barking. Please use the labels noted with asterisks above in there to help us grade. So have a section for mission statement, for justification, for platinum rule, for procedure, and for evaluation. We're also going to evaluate the quality. This is the quality of your paper, including the grammar and the spelling, or the video, including the visibility, our ability to understand you. Was it clear? Was it compelling? Those kind of things. How well your ideas were developed, the sophistication, innovation of your idea, how well you compared the reader or the viewer to care about the proposed issue and believe your project was worth doing. And then finally, don't cheat, right? Cheating is bad. Don't do it. I talked about not liking cheating and plagiarism, all that before. So submit work that is your own, that is original, that's not plagiarized, and those kinds of things. So what we've got here in sum is we have an opportunity for you to take the learning in this class and do something cool with it. You have the opportunity to take the theories and the findings and the research to work toward the solution to social injustice, to work toward making our society a better place to be for all of us. And I am so looking forward to what you come up with. As I've mentioned a couple of times, if you have questions, please let us know. We want you to do well. So if anything in here is not clear, you want to shoot out some ideas to me, come to those Zoom office hours. I love being there. I love talking to you all about these. And again, I can't wait to read the assignments that you create. So do good work. Use that platinum rule. Treat other people the way that they want to be treated. Get these in before May 4th at midnight. It's going to be awesome. I hope all is well.